up? What's good? What's going from what now? Go on. It's your girl Shanice, and I'm back again. It's another video.
Hey.
So, guys, in this week's episode of Shan Chats, I have someone who's inspiring me right now in my weight loss journey.
Mm.
So, this is Miss Sally, Big Sal, the realest of the realest in the game. So, before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on notification bell, give a thumbs up, and all our socials will be in the description down below. Before we get started, do you want to say anything?
No.
Alright, so Miss Sal, how my Shan Chat works is I ask you 21 questions, nothing too personal,
Okay.
nothing too deep, but I'm trying to inspire my younger
Absolutely.
audience. So that's how we work. So the first question is, since nobody know who you is, who is Miss Sally?
I'm just me, you know? Like, I don't claim to be nothing that I'm not. I try to keep it as real as I can. And I'm just a girl who woke up one day and decided that, you know what? Like, this was not the life that I wanted to live. And it was time to get healthy and time to get moving, time to get mobile. And that's just who I am. I'm just about my journey and just, you know, loving on my journey and loving on God. And that's it.
I like that. Okay, what is your ultimate goal in life?
My ultimate goal in life, the whole reason behind it is, my journey is to inspire people, to motivate them. Not so much to lose weight, but to be healthy, to be mobile, to add more years to our life. That's my ultimate goal. That if somebody could see a video of mine and really like get inspired by it and motivated by
Mm-hmm.
it and be like, I'm really gonna do this, that there is everything to me, because it's not about the losing weight. It's obvious you're going to lose
Mm-hmm.
weight once you get healthy and start moving and stuff like that. But that's a bonus. That's a bonus. What we want to do is add more years to our life, and be able to be there,
Longevity.
be there for the ones, who love us and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Okay, I like that answer. What was one of your most defined moments in your life?
Um, I would have to say when I lost my first 100 pounds. When I lost my first 100 pounds, I was like,
I can do this. I can conquer the world.
yeah,
Ain't
like
nothing gonna stop
yeah,
me.
not everything, anything and everything is possible with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, it was a struggle to get there, but when I got there, and to know that like I did this, you know, and I was just like, yeah, and I did it at the worst time, when this world was in a pandemic and stuff was shut down and
Mm-hmm.
there was no gyms and stuff like that. I came to this very park here and just started walking, and it was just like when I lost those first 100 pounds, I was just like, anything's possible now. Nothing to go but up from here.
That's inspiring. Okay. What is the craziest, most outrageous thing you have ever achieved?
Um, wow. You came with some serious questions.
Listen, I be thinking because I'm like just like, what's your favorite color? I want to go pick your brain a little bit.
um, my most defining moment, honestly, is when I accepted Christ as my Savior,
Mm.
and that changed my life. Anything else in this world that I can do or stuff like that, nothing is ever gonna top that day.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Okay. Is there any of your past experience in life you regret?
Yeah. I regret not starting this sooner
Mm-hmm.
because I cheated myself out of life. I cheated myself at, going here, going there, doing this, doing that. So my biggest regret is not starting sooner. You know, um,
But if you used to start, so yeah, knock
yeah.
yourself.
But yeah, but I regret because my dad's no longer here. So he didn't get to see this part of me,
Mm.
you know? And I missed out on the opportunity of so much moments with him. Like when I was doing keto, you know, I could just hear him now, like, you eating bacon, and that's supposed to be a diet. You know, like I regret. That's my biggest regret, if I have any, that I didn't start sooner. You know, so I was just like,
But he's up there
it's
stronger
not,
than you.
people tell me all the time, he's, like when I mention that on my lives on TikTok and stuff like that, people are like, he's watching down on you, and I'm like, I get that, I understand that, I know he's walking with me, he's guiding me and
But
helping
anything
me, but
but
I want the personal, I want the joking, I want, like,
mhm.
that's what I crave, and I regret that he wasn't able to take this journey with me,
Mhm.
so.
Who or what inspires you?
uh I can't really say there's one particular person that
Mhm.
inspires me, because they, how they say it takes a village to raise
Mhm.
a child. It takes a village to do this,
So you feel
so
insecure.
yeah, like I have, my people who, like, you know suppi- inspire me daily, and who encourage me daily, from like family members to my church family, you know and and stuff like that. So I can't say there's one thing particular, or one person particular that inspires me, but the people who do, I am so grateful that they're those are the people that God chose to be in my
Okay.
corner, you know.
I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
When did you start? Did you know you want to start documenting your journey on social media?
It's funny because I started my journey in January of 2020, and I didn't do my first TikTok until July 27th of 2020. And I was doing a little bit of I was posting a little bit about on Snapchat, and on Snapchat I keep very, very close and very tight. I don't have too many people on there.
Mhm.
It's just mainly families and very dear close friends of mine. And I would share there and stuff like that. And I had a cousin who is also was doing a journey, and she lives out in Texas, and she posted a TikTok, and I was just very new to TikTok, and I seen her TikTok, and I was just like, man, like she inspired me to do a 30-day challenge. It was 100 squats a day for
Mhm.
30 days. So I think I was like on day 15 or day 12 or something like that, and I was just like, I'm gonna post this.
Mhm.
I was like, because if she inspired me enough to want to do it, like, imagine like what we could inspire on
Other
social
people.
media,
Mhm.
So that's what made me, that was my turning point, to be like, if one person could see this, like I seen her
Mhm.
post, and be inspired and be motivated, then imagine the ripple effect we would have. So that was my turning point, to be able to be like, somebody out there has to see that, it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter your size, as long as you get up and start moving,
Mhm.
that's what's important.
Yeah. Mm. Miss Ali, you inspire me. Like not just saying it because like I'm
Yeah.
a fan girl or whatever, but like watching your journey from where you started to know you didn't give up.
Yeah,
That's some G
there was
shit.
times that,
And there was I know
oh
there was
yeah,
time where you were like, oh, F this, I don't want to do this, but
it was
you kept it
hard, yeah,
going.
but yeah.
How family is important to you? Like, what's your feedback on that?
I love my family. I do. We're not the closest family. Like I keep it 100. We're not the closest family. We not. Um, there was a time we were closer and stuff like that. But as you get older and you get kids and stuff like that, and I understand, because I only have sisters, and they work and they have their family and stuff like that. And we're not as close and stuff like that. I wish we were.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna get there one day,
Yeah.
because I got a big guy,
Mm-hmm.
and I know we're gonna get there again one day. But family's very close to me. Like, if I didn't see my sister for 5 months and she called me tomorrow, and it was time to roll out, we gonna roll out. Like, I got my family, whatever I can do for them and stuff like that. Whether if it's just a prayer or whatever, I'm gonna do it for them.
Mm-hmm.
But I absolutely love my family and stuff like that. And there's nothing, if I can do it, I'm gonna do it for them. But yeah, just keep us in prayer, because we're not the closest family, and I know there's a lot of families out there
Mm-hmm.
that's not. But family is very important, because at the end of the day, that's who you have to lean on. But I love my family, from near to far and stuff like that. So yeah.
Oh. Since being on this weight loss journey, how active is the bedroom?
Oh,
Oh, it's active. You ain't gotta say too much. It's I got you. It's active.
it's always been good, but send the wind, God.
I know that's right. What makes you smile when you're having a bad day?
um, what makes me smile when I have a bad day?
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because it's my family. I'll sit and I'll start reminiscing, just things, the crazy things me and my sister have done, and you know, just just remembering, family, like, and as much as like just my family and my dad, just remembering and stuff like
The
that.
good
Even
times,
the good times, even though like I might be crying while I'm thinking about it, but they're
the happy tears.
happy tears, like, yeah.
I be remembering. Oh, my when I'm sad, I used to like go through my pictures. I remember growing up as a child, cause it's like, why my mom, you know, grew up in a certain lifestyle.
Uh huh.
But as an adult now, I'm like, she was protecting me. I know those, like, I wish I didn't, like, rebel
Yeah.
back then.
I think we all have those moments because growing up, um, I had a 10 o'clock bedtime, and my dad used to always be like 10 o'clock bedtime, like everything got shut off, like
Hmm.
and everything and stuff like that. And even on the weekends when there was no school, it was always 10 o'clock, and I used to be like,
Why?
man, like why? But I'm thankful for that because now as an adult, when I got older and I was on my own and stuff like that, I knew how to go to bed early because I had to get up early the next day to go to work and stuff like that. So sometimes as kids, we don't realize that they're only building us to be a better person,
Then they were.
than they were, and to keep us, like giving us structure and stuff like that that they know that we're gonna need in life, So it's not always a bad thing, even though we see it as kids. Because I was like, all kids are like that. They're like, you want to stay up late. There's no school tomorrow, but
What is the best advice someone has ever given you? And you still portray it to this day?
mm, the best advice that anybody's given me, I would have to say that I could do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You
It's a
know,
powerful one.
and I keep that so dear to my heart because when there's days, that in the beginning, in the beginning of my journey, I mean, like it was rough. Like I went to bed many nights very sore and woke up many mornings, early mornings, and could barely walk because my legs were just so sore and stuff like that. And I just knew that if I could keep going because I knew with God's strength I could do anything. You know, so that I keep that scripture very close and dear to my heart because that's the best advice God could have ever gave me. And who better to give us advice but
Thank
God?
God. Amen. What is your biggest insecurities, or do you have any?
Oh, absolutely. Um, my biggest insecurity is my body, and that's even though I've lost weight and stuff like that, like my body. I know I'll never be a size 10, nor do I want to be a size 10 because God didn't create me to be a size 10 man.
Mm-mm.
But I we're gonna be 100. We're gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest insecurity is my body because just because of the world we live in. I can be out and about and people still stare because I'm a big woman. But in my mind I'd be like, but you don't know where I was and where I'm at. So my biggest insecurity is still my body because like they don't know that I was bigger and they just don't know. So I struggle with that sometimes because you see people staring and stuff like that, and or you see kids staring, they don't know no better. They're just kids, they're innocent and stuff like that. But in my mind, you know,
But then again, also for the kids, it can be also for the parents
that was yeah,
portray to them at
yeah,
home, like,
yeah, yeah.
because
Because
I'd be going in the store and I'd be that, you know, is the milk. They be like, why is she so big? I'm like, because I eat good.
I get that. That's the biggest thing I hear kids say, like, "Why she so big, mommy?" Or whoever they with and stuff like that. But it is true. It's what they're taught at home and stuff like that. Because, honestly, and I'm not just saying it because it's my church family, but the church kids that are at the church I go to, they've never, ever, ever said anything about my weight. They've never been like, Miss Sally, why you so big, or
Mm-hmm.
this or that or whatever. Never. If anything, like if they catch me, if I come like to church and or we're doing something, I don't wear no makeup, they'll say something about that before they say anything about my weight. They be like, "Where's your lipstick?" or "Why you don't got no lashes?" Like that. But they've never said anything about my weight. So it's true. I think it's what a child's taught at home and stuff like that. But I think that's my biggest insecurity is my body, just because I'm just like,
Self cautious,
yeah,
especially like what you put on.
yeah, yeah,
I used to be insecure about my body. Well, my gut mostly. Because there's certain clothes, I'd be like, I want to wear it.
yeah,
When I put it on, I'm like, the gut is gutting. And I'm like, no, let me take it out. But then I'm like, Shanice, use the bag, like, put it on. Because I be seeing skinny people
uh
in
huh,
the same outfit that I, and they look like I'm bored. And I'm like, at least if I put it on, I get a little zhuzh, a little sass. You're going to have the little, it's going to be evened out.
yeah,
Not just,
right.
but that used to be my biggest
And
insecurity.
for a long time, I felt that my breast is what made me beautiful. And all my shirts were always like low cut. You could always see, the girls and stuff like that
Mm-hmm.
and whatever. But they made me feel beautiful. And when I started losing my weight,
Doctor Sluggo.
they started going.
Yup.
And I had problems with that. Like I would like break down and cry and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. And one of my friends with me, I would go to her and I'd be like, man, like, this and that. And I was like, and she's just like, all in God's time, and everything's gonna come into play. Your breasts are gonna like this and that. And it took me a while to realize that, you know, that my breasts didn't make me beautiful, that they didn't define who I was. So most definitely
You know
was.
what makes you beautiful? Your smile. Your heart. Okay. Is foreplay important to you during, you know,
Absolutely, absolutely. Foreplay is like
it's up there.
it's up
If you
there.
ain't doing the foreplay, you don't want it.
Yeah. But that's just like anything. Like you're not gonna go build a house on the ground like that. You got to you got to lay down the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
We just not gonna jump into, to anything. You got to lay down the work. So
That's true.
absolutely, absolutely. I think it's the most important part of the whole process. To be honest with you, because like that's the time you're intimate with your partner. That is just I mean, it's the whole thing. The whole process is
Mm-hmm.
good. But I think that one on one right there, where you're taking your time and being intimate and like really taking your time and appreciating each
Especially
other, nothing
knowing the people's like
likes and
certain.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I think that's absolutely like yeah.
Okay, so since you're on that topic, where have you done the do since losing so much weight? Not just the bed, like like switching it up type of action.
um, I really haven't switched it up yet like
What
that.
what you waiting on? Listen, you gotta switch it up. If you ain't switch it up,
We really haven't done anything
go to the
like
park.
that.
Just ride.
Nah, no, I haven't. Am I too old to do?
You ain't too old. What you talking about? You ain't too old. Listen,
Nah,
as long as the bones move and there's still life in you, you ain't old.
I hear that. I hear that. I'm going to have to keep that in mind.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let him know.
yeah. So my friend Shanice said,
When he see this, he gonna know. It's time to switch it up.
it's time to switch it up. Once in a blue moon, that's like it keeps the romance alive. I think.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, send the wind, Jesus.
All right. What was your major turning point in your life that got you here?
What made me start?
Like
It's,
enough was enough.
no, you know what it was? I love to order stuff offline, you know.
Mhm.
And I ordered a package offline off of Amazon,
Mhm.
and it was left at the gate because my gate was closed.
Mhm.
And I got up to go to it, and to walk to the gate,
Your autobirth.
I was like, you know, when you walk so much, your side hurts. Like I stopped like 3, 4 times, my side was hurting. I was just like, man, I would, just like dread going out to go get packages and stuff like that. But that's when I realized, like, yeah, enough's enough. Like, and it was the day after my dad's birthday. I went to his gravesite,
Mhm.
and I was just like, the next day I went to go get this package that Amazon had left, and I was just like, man, like if I don't do something, that's
Something
gonna
will
be
do me.
me,
Mhm.
And I was just like, I still have a lot, I still have a lot to do here, because there was plenty of times growing up in my life that, driving home drunk or, in high stuff like that,
It
God
wasn't
could
your
have,
time yet.
yeah.
Well, it wasn't your time yet.
So, if God kept me here during that, like I have a purpose here. So I was just like, yeah, I need to do something. So that was my turning point, knowing that I couldn't walk to my mailbox basically without being like making 4 or 5 steps, and it's not even that far. Well, it's not even my mailbox is not even that far.
Listen, I'm not that person. Walk right in. But now I'm in the process of losing weight now,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I, especially like I'm trying to go back in my dancing now, so I need to be
yeah.
energetic.
I seen that. Just moving and a grooving.
Was there ever a moment you felt like the world was crashing in on you, and how did you overcome that obstacle?
I did just basically just recently here in 2022. I did a mud run, and I hurt my ankle, and I was out for 8 weeks. And at the same time of being out for 8 weeks because due to my ankle, I lost my trainers at the same time, um, because our timing just didn't line up, like because of
Mhm.
work and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And I was just like, I stopped moving. I stopped, I'd gained like a lot of weight back, and I was just like, at my low. That's out of my whole journey. I think I was my lowest right there. When I was like, I couldn't move, I couldn't do like anything physical. And then even after the doctor cleared me, he still didn't 100% clear me
Mhm.
for like another 6 weeks after that. He was like, you're good to like go like small walks, like maybe like 10 minutes. And I'm like, 10 minutes is not going to do nothing. I know how far I need to walk and how much I need to walk. And I was just like, and then I didn't have my trainers and stuff like that. They would still check up on me and stuff like that, and still encourage and motivate. But
Mhm.
I wasn't moving, I wasn't doing nothing. And I was just like, I felt like I'd gained so much back, and I was just like,
You felt you did everything that all of that for nothing.
yeah. So I was just like, what am I gonna do? Like, and then being a face on social media, I had stopped getting on social media like too, because I was just like, I didn't want to come out and portray I was doing something when I wasn't, so I wasn't really on social media either because of that. But I thank God he pulled me out from where the enemy was trying to take me, and I got back on track and stuff like that. So yeah.
How are you mentally, Miss Sally?
Mentally, some days are better than others, and that's just the honest to God truth. um, I try to I try to stay positive,
Mhm.
and but like I said before, the world we live in, like I can post a video, and just as much positivity and encouragement I
And
can
there's
get
those
just
one or two negative comments
I
like,
can still get, I remember one time I posted a video and it went viral, and it was just me doing wall sits, and it went viral, but it went viral for the wrong reasons, and I spent all of a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday just
right?
blocking and deleting, blocking it, because I don't feed back into it as much as I want to. I
Mm-hmm.
don't, because that's not the person I am. I don't try to entertain any kind of foolishness and stuff like that. So I just like block and delete, block and delete. But when you sit in a whole, I still have to read them. You know, people are like, don't read them, just ignore them, something like that. Once you read something, you can't unread it. It's stuck here. And sometimes it's better than others, but most days are good. When I stay off of social media, it's because I'm refocused on
Mm-hmm.
recharging and stuff like that. Because as much as I want to be on social media all the time and posting all the time, I know that I have to step back at times because it's a lot. It's a lot mentally. I give it up to like the big creators and any creator, big or small, and you're out there doing it all the time. It's hard. You have to be mentally, right and stuff like that. But I tell people all the time, I'm like, if you can get this right, because any journey you do, whether you like your journey in becoming a creator and stuff like that, if you get this right, everything else will follow. And I tell people that all the time. If you're gonna start a journey, if you can get this right, your mindset set right, everything else will follow.
Have there ever been like a come out that one mean comment you was like, nah, I can't hold, I can't just like brush it out. I gotta just.
There was one. There was one, and I kind of like I never
Mm-hmm.
deleted the video. I did respond to it, and I felt bad afterwards, and I kind of wanted to go back and delete it, but I didn't because then because you got to remember when you come for that one person, all your true supporters and your followers and the people who are are
Running
behind
for
you,
you.
they're gonna come for that person, and you don't know what kind of state of mind they're in. You know,
Yeah.
they have to be in some kind of state of mind to post something negative like that. You know, and then if you post a reaction, which we all want to, because I do too, you know, but then you got your two people who like, this my girl. I know what she's doing. She's in it for the long run. She's doing what she's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna come. They're gonna go to their page and they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna come for them and they're gonna comment towards them and stuff like that. And you don't know what state of mind that other person's in. And then
They might be having a bad day and just like,
and
let
it
me
might and
just
it
get it up.
might be that
Breaking
comment,
point.
that breaking point that pushes them over, and then then that's on you. But there was and I think the girl commented something into regards just like, why don't you just get the weight loss surgery, and I was just like, why don't you just do it or something like, why don't you do it the easy way and get the weight loss surgery and stuff like that. And I did a video on it. I was like, like, there is no easy way. Even if the weight loss
Because
surgery.
even doing the weight loss surgery, they go say you still gotta lose 50, 100 pounds before you get that surgery.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I went through the process years ago. Before it became like a thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Like years ago, I want to say probably like maybe like six, 8 years ago. I
Mm-hmm.
went to a seminar in downtown Orlando and met with the doctors, and they had people there. The doctor like went through all different kinds,
Mm-hmm.
and then they had the people there who it was a success story, and the people who it wasn't a success story, and they shared both versions and everything like that, and filled out the paperwork, insurance approved, and everything like that. And at the last moment, it wasn't for me because I wasn't mentally ready then. But now it's just not something I want to do. But she did make a comment like that, and I was just like, you know what? I was like, it's not for everybody, and I kind of try to be as civil as I could be at the same time, like.
Just don't try me, because if you try me, just repercussion that I'm a. If you dish out dirt, I'm gonna dish it right back.
So yeah, but yeah.
So my last question, Miss Sally, is what have you learned about yourself throughout this journey?
What have I learned about myself throughout this journey? That my weight doesn't define who I am.
Mm-hmm. I know that's
I'm
right.
more than just, you know, the girl losing weight. There's more about me. Like, I have more to offer than just that, than just my journey and stuff like that. But I don't allow my weight to define
Who
who
you
I
are, yeah.
am, nor do I let it stop me anymore like I used to. Like I used to be like, this and that. Like, that ain't me no more.
Okay. So I do this thing at the end of my videos where I ask my guests to give a solid advice. What advice? It doesn't have to be about weight
Uh-huh.
or whatever. Just what advice would you give my audience?
I would say, people ask me all the time, how do I stay motivated? So my advice would be this: don't look for motivation. The motivation will come. Look to be disciplined and consistent with whatever you're doing. And once you see that, then the motivation will come. Because when I started, I didn't start because I was motivated. I woke up that day and I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna give up soda, and I
Mm-hmm.
was consistent with it. I went a whole week without drinking soda. I stayed disciplined, no soda. I was still going to McDonald's, still going to, fast food restaurants, but I wouldn't get a soda. I was like, can you substitute the soda for a bottle of water? Absolutely. When I seen that first week that I lost like 5 pounds, that motivated me. But I didn't start motivated. So I would say don't look for the motivation. That'll come.
Mm-hmm.
Stay disciplined and consistent on whatever you're doing, and the
The
rest will,
rest will
will follow.
follow. All right, guys. So we have come to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on notification bell. All our socials will be in the description down below. Thank you, Miss Sally, for
Thank
coming
you.
in.
No, thank you.
Like on a real, like you inspire me right now. Like I got me a trainer now.
Yes.
Like I lost my look like pound bank or whatever. But I got me a little trainer and I start my journey
Yes.
on Sunday because of you. So you don't know what you're doing. Like you may think say, oh, you're not impacting people's life, but you genuinely is impacting people's life. Like I can speak for myself,
Yeah.
but you're impacting people's life.
Oh, thank you. But know that I didn't do it. That was already in you. That was already installed in you. I might have just brought it out a little bit, but trust and believe everything you're doing, everything that you've done, got your training something, that was all in you. Don't sell yourself short. Don't give nobody else the credit. A lot of people have helped me through the journey, but I did that. I woke up every morning. My trainers, were they there? Absolutely. But who had to get up? you know. So I know if you just stay strong, keep your faith in God, He gonna give you everything you need. Everything gonna fall into place. I tell people that all the time. I would not be where I am today would it not be for God, because He's the one that opened the doors for everything where I'm
Mm-hmm.
at. He's putting the right people in place and stuff like that, down to how we met and stuff like that. So I know everything was in God's
In
timing.
God's timing, yo.
So yeah. So if anything, you have helped me more than you would ever know, and how we met and stuff like that. So I thank you for everything. So yeah.
Bye.
Bye.